Hello and happy National Ceiling Fan Day. Well, for me, it's actually September 15th right now, but college is going to be super busy until the Friday after National Ceiling Fan Day. So I'm just recording this now and I'll just schedule it. But yes, for today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing an apartment tour. Now, you've seen all the fans in my apartment, but you haven't seen the apartment itself. And that's been deliberate until now because I wanted something special for today. So that's what that is. Anyway, starting off, we've got the garage. There's really nothing interesting to show in here, but it's a part of the apartment, so you're gonna see it. You can see right here, we've got a 2024 Subaru BRZ. I'm trying to avoid getting anything incriminating in the shot. On the left, there's my school parking pass, so, and there's also my license plate, which I've probably shown, but it's fine, just don't be weird. Okay, I got this with help from parents and also insurance money after the BMW was rear-ended and tragically totaled. Wasn't my fault. There's bugs, you can see. Bugs are a problem during the summer. But yeah, I was at a stoplight and the person behind me did not seem to get the memo it's a stop sign, not a stoplight. Words. The person behind me did not get the memo that I was in fact stopped at a stop sign. That was a novel concept to them. But here you can see we've got original ceiling fans and light fixtures that came with the apartment. Nook down here. These fans aren't great. Also original bulbs and stuff. Legally obtained traffic cone, wink wink, and my friend's bike that she still has not picked up from me. It's just sitting in my garage. She had me keep it here while she was home for the summer. Yeah. There's mostly just car nonsense here. Yeah. And also lighting is just these things. It's got LEDs instead of the fluorescent things, so I don't have to worry about them burning out. So that's neat. There might be ceiling fan stuff going on up here someday, but for now that's really not a priority. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe when I drive home for winter break, I'll bring back the Ansley. I forget which one it was. That's still chilling at home, or home in Florida. Yeah. Yeah, maybe one day that'll go up there if I get it back up and running, but that's not a priority right now. You can see coming up the stairs, we have got the Mini Breeze right as I've left it, as you've seen it. I feel like the color of these I used 2700 Kelvin bulbs. Okay, now it feels like it's showing up. When it's not in focus, it doesn't show up very well. But anyway, this is the view of the apartment here. And if I step a little further in, we should start to see, yep, there we go. Yeah, I have presence sensors. I've got one in here, one in the bedroom, and then in the kitchen, I just opted for a motion sensor because it's a little cheaper and a little bit less annoying to work with. And I mean, you're never really standing still in the kitchen. You're probably sitting still on this chair and this couch and this chair. But when you're in the kitchen making food, you're really not standing still, so a motion sensor is fine. But yeah, every light that's not connected to a switch is either a smart light or it's connected to a smart plug. So it just works based on me moving around. That's cool. So yeah. Anyway, got pantry. Who cares? Food. There's all the autistic food I eat. I have autism, in case that was not obvious. Also, license plate that my dad's car originally had. He drives an M2, so that was the Europe license plate it had before it was shipped here. Yeah, now it's living in my apartment. I don't know where I got that. I guess it's some kind of gift shop thing. This is the laundry room. Wow, laundry. Pretty much the only thing in here is my various networking equipment. The SmartThings hub isn't currently being used, but everything else is. I should probably unplug this. Saving electricity. But yeah, it's a mess. Washing machine, dryer, circuit breaker. The circuit breaker is nice. Oh, also this light. This light sucks, and I really need to move one of the fixtures into the garage, or from the garage that's on the floor into this spot. because this sucks and I don't know why they've done it. It makes noises and it's not really bright enough and it's not a great color temperature, but it's the laundry room. Who cares if it looks nice? Yeah. Got refrigerator and various nonsense. This is stuff that I still need to deal with. It's just kind of sitting there. This is kind of like the stuff I need to deal with, but we'll deal with it later. Yeah, we've got Nautica fan. That was the dorm fan. I've not used it once. It's plugged in, so I can use it if I want, but I don't know. I haven't used it. It pretty much just exists to hide some cables. That's really it. Yeah, we've also got Philips Hue play bars, and this is a GE sync bulb. It's pretty cool. My pills. Yeah, and then also light strip. This is the fixture that came with the apartment. One of not many still standing in its completely stock form. Yeah, one day this will be a ceiling fan. I'm trying to acquire like a 30-inch rainbow hugger, but I don't know. You can only find so many of those. Facebook Marketplace sellers are the worst. Yeah, we've got nonsense on top of the fridge. That's pretty much the entire kitchen. Also these, you don't have to set well, if you don't ever set a time on them, they just go blank, which is nice because I hate inaccurate clocks. They bother me. Also, I have some of these bug things. There's not really a bug problem, but like it's summertime, so you open the door and something's gonna get in even for a second. So these just kind of passively deal with that. So if I'm not able to get them, they'll eventually get gotten by these. Artwork that my grandfather gave me. He likes Subarus, so he was pretty thrilled that I got one, even if it's not the type he's usually into. But yeah, so that is my kitchen. I've also got these. This glass is not original to the apartment. The actual fixtures themselves are. Yeah, I got this glass at Home Depot because I like it, and because one of my mom's friends has glass like this in the bathroom at their beach house, and I thought it was cool because it's weird. License plates. And yeah, anyway. So this is my office. We've got a charger for my camera. I do photography stuff. That's pretty cool. Got a carpet that someone was selling last year during people moving out of college and selling all their shit season. So yeah, I got this for like $15. She even like pre-washed it and everything. Very good service. Here we've got the BMW shrine. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a little shrine. We've got original documents that came with the car when my granddad originally ordered it, inspected, and all that, so that's cool. Original owner's manual and the keys that I used with it. And it's chilling under a lamp that is connected to a smart plug. This is my office. It is an office. It's where I do all my computer nonsense. Custom keyboard. For my keyboard nerds out there, this is a GMMK Pro with the brass plate, Acco Rose Reds, lubed, and I forget the name of these keycaps. I think they're like the Glorious National Parks or something like that. Got these headphones. These headphones are nice. These are AKG K52s. They're very good for listening to music with. I enjoy it. These are some pencils that a friend of mine gave me. These were a birthday gift from him. He had given me one of these, and I really liked it because they write well. They're Blackwing 602s. So he gave me a whole pack of them for my birthday. This is where the dead ones, I mean, this one's still got life in it, but it's small and uncomfortable, so it goes in the graveyard. These are new ones. Got pens and nonsense, and also scissors. I have a bigger pair of scissors than this, but they are like in my backpack, and they alternate between my backpack and my tool bag. But yeah, we've also got these Govee things that I treated myself to after the BMW got rear-ended, because, I don't know, I felt shitty, so figured I deserve a little treat. And I did, and these are really pretty, and I like them. But yeah, office, that's cool. It's pretty nice. This is the same setup, except it was in the dorm that I edited last National Ceiling Fan Days video on. That was cool. And also, of course, the Cobra Elite. This is where the Cobra Elite lives. Yeah, actually, this is my BMW running tail of the dragon. That is an actual picture that was taken of my actual car. I'm right there somewhere. Camera charger, okay. This is also my camera cart right here. And yeah, lighting wise, oh, there's also these Energizer strips. Yes, the battery company also makes light strips for some reason. They work with Toya Smart Life, so if you're gonna set these up, don't use the Energizer app like they tell you. Use the Toya Smart Life app, because the Energizer app you won't be able to connect them to Home Assistant, but you have to use the Toya app for that. Learned that the hard way and had to reset these and re-put them on the fun life things. But yeah, I think that's all the lighting in there, because yeah, we've got the Cobra Elites. These are the only bulbs that aren't 2700 Kelvin, just because Home Depot didn't have any 2700 Kelvin GU10s. So they are 3000, which is a little cooler than I'd like, but it's fine for an office. It's like a productive area, and also it's got all of the other 2700 Kelvins to kind of offset it. This is my sound bar. If I want to use the computer in speaker mode instead of headphones, I have it hooked up to the sound bar. Otherwise, the sound bar is basically a Bluetooth speaker to my phone, so I can listen to music while I eat food and shit. It's pretty nice. We also got a candle warmer. What's the scent? This is the current scent. Probably gonna switch it out soon. Next month I'm gonna switch it out for a fall scent, because it's about to be fall. But yeah, for the rest of September, we'll just kind of leave this one chilling. I would start switching it out now, because in my head, September is when it's supposed to be fall. But the weather outside is not very fall-like, so yeah. Anyway, over here, we have the living room. It's pretty nice. We have a pillow that I got as a birthday gift on a couch. The couch is pretty neat because you can do that, and you can also do it with this one, and these go down like this. And now it's a bed. I wanted to get something that could be converted to a bed, just in case I ever needed to have friends over or something and they needed a place to sleep. It's not a great bed, but I don't know, it's something. So I can say I did my job as the host. Oh, also, I forgot one thing in the kitchen. Forgot one thing. This is Jimothy. He's my robot vacuum and my son. He's not a very smart man, but he gets the job done most of the time. Sometimes he slacks, but it's fine. The living room. Living room is where you'll see a lot of stuff that was also in my dorm. I don't know how much of it I showed in the National Ceiling Fan Day video, but this carpet was in my dorm. This lamp was in my dorm. It's connected to a smart plug. I think these bulbs are also technically listed as 3000 Kelvin, but they're also halogens, so I feel like they come off as pretty warm. Yeah, they didn't have any 2700 Kelvin LED G9s, I think is the bulb type. I don't know, something like that. We also got a rainbow lamp that I got because this corner needed something, and I thought this looked pretty. I got it at Walmart. Also smart plug. But yeah, TV, we have TV situation, this random Vizio TV. It's a complete piece of shit, but it was free, so it doesn't have the legs or the remote. Luckily, this Aqara M3 hub that I use for, actually, is the light strip on the hub, or I think the light strip's on the hub. I know these aren't on the hub. I think these are on the hub though. I know these plugs are on the hub, and the button in my bedroom's on the hub. But also what this hub does is it can also act as an infrared blaster and just pretend to be a Vizio TV remote. So that's how I got this TV set up and running. So I just use my phone as a remote, basically. But yeah, the TV, I don't do any streaming services. I just kind of watch YouTube. So this TV and all the YouTube watching, I just do over there on this monitor, because I mostly do my sitting over there when I'm eating. So if anything, I'm watching stuff on that. And also I can get very legally obtained free television shows on my computer. So the computer does the actual TV stuff, and this literally just exists if I want to do the Nintendo Switch in TV mode. That is all this does. That's pretty much never. So this TV never gets used. It's kind of just here. Got blanket, got this thing that we got this little console that kind of just runs old video games. It's also plugged into the TV because it has the red, yellow, white AV port. So I guess this TV has two purposes. Games that I kind of just got from my parents as a moving in gift. I have not opened any of them. And And yeah, New Girl literature. New Girl's a good show. And also, this thing came with light strips. They're these, but they're pieces of shit, so I kind of just took them off because they kept just falling off and Jimothy was getting tangled up on them, so they just lived behind the TV, and I kind of just forget that they're there. But yeah, I think that is the entire living room area. There's also the outside area. The singular light switch that I have replaced with a smart light switch is this Lutron one. Is it really? No, it's 9 p.m. Why did these turn off? Oh, I must have pressed all lights off. Okay, no. I think I pressed all lights off when I had failed to take because I'd accidentally doxed myself. I'd left that Amazon package right side up. Also, you can see when I'm in the living room, these lights turn off because it knows I'm in the living room, and I can't see these, so it just turns them off. But I'd left this package up, and I guess I had configured the all lights off routine wrong. But yeah, so I had just done the turn the all lights off thing, so everything was all prepped and ready for another take. But yeah, in doing so, I accidentally turned these lights off. Normally, they are on. They're pretty smart. I have the Lutron switch because it's a dimming switch. So I have this set up, so like an hour before sunset starts, they start a 75-minute long process of going from 0 to 100%. And then at 10 p.m. they turn themselves off. But yeah, it's currently dark outside. See, these are on. There's a bug in front of me. That's the bug thing I was talking about. But yeah, these are connected to this. The string lights are connected to this pendant. It's really gross and dirty through an adapter. So that's how I got the string lights on the Lutron. I'm now going to close this and lock it. Fucking lock. There we go. It's hard to do that while gripping a phone. It's a two-handed job. Also, Cooper pillow. I completely neglected to mention that. Oh, and there's also these string lights. They were from the dorm, as well as these plants. Yeah, a car light strip is just kind of circling through colors. That was also in the dorm. This I also had up in the dorm. This is where most of the stuff from the dorm kind of went. Oh, and also the Meridian. This is where the Meridian lives. But yeah, that is the bulk of things. That is the entire main area. See, it looks pretty cool. Should also mention all of the furniture and stuff. I mean, most of it was paid for by parents and or stuff that I already had at home, but it was all picked out by me. I had all of the selection. Before we get to the bedroom, let's do the bathroom. I won't go too in depth into the bathroom, mainly because it's kind of a mess, but the parts that you need to see. This fixture, this is the one thing that has stayed true to the original stuff. I haven't messed with the glass. I think these bulbs are the same ones that came with it. I think this is the one fixture that had correct bulbs. Although, now that I'm looking at the camera, are these different? Okay, I'm investigating. Yeah, this one in the middle on camera looks slightly different. Okay, I might have to investigate something. Yeah, we can see this here. The bathroom will probably not have a fan in it in the foreseeable future. A, because this cabinet means I would need such a stupidly small blade size for this to even work. But also B, because I don't have a shower light, so this part just barely extends over the curtain rod, and this acts as my shower light. And that's my shower curtain. Also fan. It kind of just exists. I don't know. It looks kind of crusty. It looked that way when I moved in. But yes, the bedroom. This is the bedroom. The Riviera is currently turned off. I can actually turn that back on. Start prepping things for cool down. See, the lights are on when I need functional lighting, when I'm folding my laundry. But the rest of the lighting, I don't know, it's kind of cozy with this light off. And I feel like with this light off, I was able to get it to be just enough of a mixture of cozy, but still functional enough. Anyway, yes, bedroom, general overview. It looks like this. Yes, anyway, let's start over at the dresser, I guess. These lights, I think they burnt out or something. I don't know. They haven't worked in a while, but I don't really feel like removing them. So they're just there. This is where I charge stuff. This is where my phone goes, except I'm using my phone right now. This is my watch. I just got out of the shower, so the watch is uncharged from my shower. That's where the AirPods go. Yes, I use a Samsung phone, a Samsung watch, and Apple AirPods. They work together, and I don't know, I like the AirPods, but I like the Android operating system. Sue me. Yes. This lamp is the Cooper Shrine. I feel like I mentioned in a video that Cooper passed away, but yeah, on October 29th, 2024, Cooper did indeed pass away, so this is my little shrine to him. We've got my favorite picture of him, where he's looking like a big old goofball. We've got some of his hair. That's his actual paw print engraved into clay, and those are some boots that he had worn because his back legs were slipping very much, so he had to wear boots to have any semblance of grip. I didn't really have anything for a third shelf, so I just used my fake plant in the dog planter because it's dog related. Yeah, dresser. There's actually no clothes in the dresser. All of my clothes are in the closet. So, yeah, the dresser's kind of just a tabletop. Present sensor, that's how the bedroom knows that I'm inside of it. And up here, we've got these little candle lights. They're dumb candle lights, but they're plugged into or not candle lights. What am I trying? Curtain lights. That's the correct word that begins with a C. Curtain. Yes, these are the curtain lights. They're dumb, but they are connected to a smart plug. It's down there somewhere. Cable management mess. But yeah, this is also connected to the same smart plug that these are connected to through a surge protector. It's basically a surge protector plugged into a smart plug, and that surge protector houses these, and really the main purpose of these is just to make this cable less egregious to the eyes and just kind of mask it a little bit. I feel like it does a pretty good job of that. And this cable goes to track lighting. I just really like track lighting. Also, this was also in the dorm. Well, part of this was in the dorm. These 3 track heads weren't originally in the dorm, but the actual track itself, as well as these pendants with these bulbs, were in the dorm. They were initially in my office. But yeah, now they're in the bedroom, and I got 3 track heads because I thought, I don't know, I just really like track lighting and I think it looks cool. And one of them shines at the Riviera and makes the copper finish stand out. Other lighting aspects, we've got the second of the 2 Energizer strips. It's just kind of in a curve because I couldn't be bothered to actually plan anything out, so I just made them be curvy. We've got this flower lamp I got on Amazon with these stained glass bulbs I also got on Amazon. This is a little bit of an impulse buy, but I don't know, I just thought of this, I had a vision, and my vision was correct because this looks awesome. Yeah, stained glass bulbs are obviously plugged into a smart plug, these Energizer things, again, they're smart, so they don't need a smart plug. And this is actually a Philips Hue bulb. It is a smart bulb in this lamp. And the nice thing about that is if I press and hold, it turns pink and it enters what I call freaky mode. I've not used it yet. One day. Yeah, we've also got the kid's Echo Dot that looks like an owl that plays rain sounds while I sleep. And melatonin gummies, which I don't know. Occasionally I've noticed occasionally in the past I've sort of had trouble sleeping, or I would just have really bad sleep, and also it's sometimes hard to make myself sleep at the correct time. So these just kind of give me a little bit of peace of mind and that I will be able to sleep. And also they're good for kind of forcing myself to go to bed at a better time, which is nice. But yeah. Also we've got some bracelets that I got from a slightly it was planned, but on my part, kind of impulsive for joining a road trip all the way to South Mississippi. I spent 10 hours in the back of a Hyundai Elantra. Worth it! Over here, we've got the curtains, with also some plants that were initially in the dorm. The curtains are interesting. I had initially gotten these. They were labeled as blackout curtains. That label was a lie. It was wrong. These are not blackout curtains. These are blackout curtains. They're take 2. But unfortunately, they use a different mounting method than these, so I can't actually put these curtains over these curtains like I'd like to for it to look nice and decorative. So now my curtains just kind of have curtains. It's sort of stupid, but you know what? It looks fine and it works. And that is, I think, everything in the bedroom. And then I guess the closet, there's really nothing in here. It's just sort of my clothes and other storage nonsense, but I will show you the lighting situation. It is this, and every time you open the attic, there's a switch. I think the switch is on top. There's a switch that's on this that turns on and off when you try and go into the attic, as I have done, because I have had to replace 2 electrical boxes from plastic ones to metal ones. But yes, that is my entire apartment. It is wonderful. I love it here. My parents are paying a little bit much for the rent, but they've stated they are happy to do it, especially given that other apartments here have had a lot of issues, especially for my second semester freshman year writing teacher. He's had terrible luck with apartments in this area. But yeah, that is my apartment. I've probably forgotten some stuff, but I don't know. But yeah, happy National Ceiling Fan Day to all. Again, quick recap of the ceiling fans here. We've got the Mini Breeze, we've got the Cobra, we've got the Meridian, and we've got the Riviera over here in this room. The lights turned themselves off because I wasn't in there. But yeah, that's the ceiling fans. And that is my apartment. Happy National Ceiling Fan Day to all. I will try and stay online as much as I can, but that will probably not be very much. I'll probably spend a lot of the day, I'll probably spend the day after celebrating. But yes, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful NCFD. Enjoy all of your ceiling fans, and enjoy your day and stuff. Okay, goodbye.